Hey guys, it's Eski here. As you can see, I am not on the couch today. We are on a vinyl venture in Everett, Washington, about to check out some record stores. So come along with me and we'll see how the day unfolds. Here's our first stop, apolloexos Records in Everett, Washington. This place is cool. I've never actually been to it before. It is a bar slash record store, so an awesome combo. Looks like they're not open yet. Google did me dirty. Looks like they're open Monday through Friday, 2 until midnight, which is freaking awesome for a record store to be open that late. And then Saturday, Sunday, 12 p.m. So Google told me 12 p.m. So I'm here a little bit early, so I'll have to check out the other store and then come back, but that's gonna be one of the stops today. Gonna do a little walking around since apolloexos isn't open yet. If you guys didn't know, Everett is the home of Funko. I'm not a big Funko collector, but when in Rome, right, gotta check it out. So this is the headquarter building. They have a lot of exclusive pops that get released only here, as well as the make your own little center. So we'll go inside and check it out. It's kind of a cool setup they have in there. They have a little sky bridge here. I think that connects to their actual office building here, and then the store is over here. So let's go see what's inside. Walk in the front door here and you can see that you're greeted by Freddie Funko himself, as well as the globe to represent it's the Funko global headquarters. Store split up into sections. They are themed very well. This is the Star Wars section. I love the two local legends right next to each other, Bigfoot and Julio Rodriguez, two of my favorites, Pacific Northwest Giants right there. Had to check out the other baseball pops while in the sports section. And if we're checking out baseball, we might as well check out the basketball pops as well. John Stockton, another local legend from Spokane, Washington. Over here, they have the Marvel section. Again, the theming is definitely on point. You can be face to face with Stan Lee. It feels like you're at a theme park. You're fully immersed. There's shelves there with all the different pops that you might be interested in. Batman stuff here. My favorite superhero. Always been a Batman girl. And look at this. The Adam West Batmobile with almost a life-size Batman. And behind him, Batgirl and Robin in the Batcave. Like, really, really on point theming here. I had to get in and say hi to my best friend Batman. Yep, here we are. We're just hanging out, me and Batman. No big deal. I really like the music and pop culture pops. That's kind of my wheelhouse. Harry Potter as well, big HP girl, so I had to stop in that section. It's just a little bit of what they have to offer at the Funko Pop headquarters here in Everett. They have a little bit of anything and everything in a Funko Pop form. I did pick something up, so you have to wait till the end to see what it is. Okay, we're back and they're open. Gonna check out apolloexos in Everett. First reactions walking into apolloexos in Everett. I was blown away. Atmosphere is not lacking. Definitely felt the vibe in here. A relaxed spot to hang out, drink a beer, peruse the records, Macintosh setup, Rainier sign. This is a place that I could see myself hanging out for an entire evening. Once we turn from the bar, we see the record store section of the space, intimate and cozy with a little bit brighter lighting so you can see what you're looking for as you're flipping. They specialize in punk, hardcore, metal, heavy metal, so if that is your scene, you will love this store, but they do have a selection of all other genres as well, and some great wall records too. How many record stores have their own beer? apolloexos does. It's brewed in Bellingham, Washington by Structures Brewing, and it was very tasty, very fun to be able to drink a beer while looking at records. Enjoyed while I was looking for records, getting to talk to the owner, Soto, and hear a little bit of his backstory. He had been around the Seattle music scene for a very long time and formed a lot of connections and friendships. Also rose to almost status of Seattle icon or legend through his business, Crown Car. It's a rideshare service that he started just himself with one car and rose to 150 cars in its own app, all predating Uber and Lyft. Once Uber and Lyft came in, it made business a little harder, and he decided to take a break and then open up the record store as kind of his retirement or passion project. And he has plans to possibly expand the store, other nightlife options, which Everett desperately needs. So it's really awesome to see him being committed to the city of Everett and making it a more fun and inviting place.
After he was no longer a part of Sleep, he drove up from Portland and sold me his Sleep archive. But these were only sold at Third Man Records out of Detroit, the physical store. It's a real pot leaf press in there, and it expanded in the press. That's why it's got the cracks in it. And so each one's different. If you go over to a record rack and you flip through them all, they're all vastly different.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So real, actual
yeah.
leaf inside. That's awesome. I've seen like liquid filled vinyl, but I've never seen an actual plant inside of a record. So that's super awesome.
Yeah. And then the Live in Denver, Colorado show here, that's a pretty sought after pressing too. We had about a dozen of those.
Yeah, I added one of those to my stack already.
Right on.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then test pressings, Sleep test pressings. We have a few of those.
Did you have a personal connection with him prior, or?
No, I mean just like music scene circle.
Okay.
And,
I was gonna say there has to be some sort of connection.
Yeah,
It's just like I'm picking this store in Everett to.
Yeah, I think it was just like a trusted circle. So yeah, I've been around for.
Yeah, that's so cool.
In the heavy scene. So yeah. But yeah, super nice guy.
Can we all agree that metal has the best cover art? Look at this stuff. So crazy on the artwork here. I'm not naturally a metal punk hardcore. That's not my forte. But this store made me want to get into it. I wanted to hang out longer. I definitely want to come back, hear more stories. And I'd be curious what kind of records I might be buying at midnight after a couple beers.
Lucky, that's my bonus niece that works back here. She's always loved that tattoo, and she's an aspiring artist. Well, you designed the logo that you feel apolloexos should represent, or that represents apolloexos. Redone version of the bat from the same artist who tattooed it on me 20 years apart. You'll see it on the door, the logo on the door. That's the version that Rocky did.
Apolloexos is an excellent store. They pride themselves on being a part of the Everett community. They're a part of a pub crawl coming up, as well as hosting a listening party for local Seattle metal band La Cabra, which will feature an on-site tattoo artist. You can get ink while buying records. I'm not going to lie, it made me think, should I get my first tattoo in a record store? Now we're at Silver Platters. This is more Lynnwood than Everett, but I've been here a couple times, so check it out, see what they got. Silver Platters has 3 locations in the area, one in Seattle, one in Bellevue, and this one here in Lynnwood, which is just north of Seattle. As you can see, it gives off very different vibes from the first store that we visited. This one is much bigger, and it kind of gives off the department store big box kind of vibes with those overhead lights. It does have a very big selection, as you can see, and not just vinyl. If you are a CD collector, they have a massive selection of CDs. CDs probably was their main source of inventory, not just on that left side, but also here in the back behind the vinyl. And then they have a very big selection of DVDs as well. So they are purveyors of physical media, which I love to see physical media living on and getting a second chance at life. Here is the used vinyl new arrivals. Massive pet peeve of mine when the record stacks are so full that you cannot flip through them. Like, it's not physically possible. So I have to move some just in order to see what's in, which kind of, I don't know, it's not very customer inviting in my opinion, but I was able to move it and then check out what the new arrivals were in the store. They do have some used records that are out in the stacks as well, but mostly a lot of new and sealed stuff. So if you're looking for a specific title, like one of these Beach Boys records, then they might have it for you. This is a cry for help in my opinion. Gotta fix that. There's my boyfriend, Batman. Here we are in the DVD section. This makes me miss rental stores. I miss going to the rental store on Friday and picking out a DVD to watch. So this kind of gives you rental store vibes. Flipping through here, see what we can find. Ooh, Uncle Buck. That's always a good one. There it is, the forbidden section, the Grail wall. Over on the opposite side of the store, it was kind of hard to find and not the most customer-friendly experience, but I did find a lot of awesome records. So if you're ever at Silver Platters, make sure to not miss out on the Grail section. Some overpriced things, but a lot of really awesome records at a good price too. I've worked up quite an appetite at this point. Some would say hangry, and I am ready to eat. I decided to stop at the grand opening of the newest Dick's Burger location. This is their furthest north restaurant in Everett, Washington, and quite a crowd showed up, which is awesome to see, and for good reason. It is a Seattle staple. Handful of locations in Seattle, the first one opening up in 1954. Cheap, affordable, good quality burgers, and I am so ready to eat. Quite the crowd showed up, but overall it moved pretty quick. I probably stood in line for maybe about 25 minutes. I love that there was a Five Guys employee off his shift picking up some Dick's. Confirmed, Dick's better than Five Guys. Waiting now, almost. There it is, my food. They also brought out the pomp and circumstance for the occasion. We have balloons, we have bubbles, we have everything in the orange Dick's colorway. We have the mascots here, the shake and the fries. Local DJ, radio station, blaring, blasting the tunes, setting the mood, setting the vibe for the grand opening event. You can even pick up some opening day merch. We have a selection of shirts here, which I skipped out on, maybe was a mistake. Looks like you have tattoos or sticker sheet as well. Classic cars, we have the truck, we have the Mustang. There's the sign there. Even the plants are still small. You can tell it's brand new. And I got the BMW there as well. But at this point, I'm ready to get back to my car and ready to open up this bag and eat. I am starving. Okay, guys, we got the goods. Dick's northernmost location. I think there's a handful of them in the Seattle location. Go-to for me. Every time I go record shopping, I always stop at Dick's, the one next to Golden Oldies, which is a record store. Not a record store I really go to that often, but I always go there when I spend the day shopping in Seattle. I end it at Dick's. Gotta get a chocolate shake. We got the bag here. Inside, we got the fries. We got the deluxe cheeseburger. And I'm about to dig in. We'll see if it's worth it. There we go. There goes a fry. That's what we're dealing right there. It's kind of Seattle's like in and out type of thing. It's our local quick service burger stand. I'm a big fan. Their sauce is where it's at. It's got like a nutmeggy type of taste to it, but you got lettuce, onion, I don't even know what else is on here. The special sauce, cheese, there may be pickle in the deluxe. I don't even know what I'm eating, you guys. All I know is it's good. So here's the first bite of the grand opening of Dick's in Everett. First bite. Yep, it's good. I got the fries in here. They're like overflowing. Really good. Thin fries. Don't need any ketchup. Okay, all done with that. Now to the records. I picked up quite a few things, a lot more than I anticipated. Almost filled the entire box. I went to 2 stores, Silver Platters, kind of in Lynnwood area, and then Apolloexos in Everett. Judas Priest, British Seal. I normally wouldn't pick this up at a store, but it's really clean. As you can see, the black cover, no ringware, which is awesome. And it had, I think it has, no, I thought it had the merch sheet, but it doesn't. But British Steel, love Judas Priest. This one is cool, Screaming Trees, and this is on green.
wax, 80s pressing. You guys watched my earlier video, you know that I kept one of the early first pressings that's numbered of this from my own collection. This is Danger Mouse, the white album of the Beatles and the black album of Jay-Z, and that's what this is. So I got one of those. People ask me about it. I'm like, no, I'm not selling mine, but I will pass that one on. So grab that. Another Danger Mouse related. I really love this. I grabbed it because it's got this super cool slipcover, super awesome artwork. This is Danger Mouse and MF Doom together, forming Danger Doom. Really cool pressing on this. I don't think it's the color pressing. I'm pretty sure it's just the 2005. I think it's 2005 black, but maybe you'll be happily surprised when I open it up. I'm just gonna grab a big sack. So you guys, I went a little crazy. Battletoads. I love video game vinyl. Love that like 8-bit sounds. This is so cool too. The wax on that one is stunning. I think it's a Super Nintendo game originally, Battletoads. I haven't played that game, but I love Super Nintendo. That's my jam for sure. Clue. This is an awesome movie. I love this movie. Like dark humor, dinner party, murder mystery, and this is on a ghostly pink. It's Enjoy the Ride. I think this is probably the Miss Scarlet, I'm guessing, since it's pink. Got that. Picked this up. E.T. picture disc for 10 bucks. Probably give that away, but it's kind of cool for a soundtrack show giveaway. Grab this as it's a top copy alert in the shrink, and the wax is super clean. VG Plus all day long on that one. Another one I picked up because it was really clean. Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden, and this one does have the merch sheet with it, which I'm a nerd for merch sheets. I love that. Here they are around the medieval dinner table. The vibe in Silver Platters is more like big box store. You feel like you're in a Barnes & Noble or an FYE or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people really like that. They had a really wide selection of CDs, DVDs, and vinyl. Vinyl probably was their smallest section of those three. And all their rare records were like in the corner, completely away from where the vinyl section was. It was really hard to get to. It was almost like they don't want you to get to it. I actually took one out to look at the condition, and the guy was like, no, we don't do that here. You need to bring them over here and then you can look at them. So I could see why maybe a lot of these were there, because people just feel like they're not supposed to look at them, or they don't know where they are. Because I got a lot of awesome rare records there. First off, Queen, Night at the Opera, Mobile Fidelity Processing, VG Plus. This is a tough one to get. One of the older Mobile Fidelity records that came out in the 80s. I got a 1989 US Motley Crue. This is one of the harder Motley Crue albums to get, and it's really clean as well. I got two. If you guys know me, you know I love Blues Traveler, so I have to pick these up whenever I see them. Both of these are numbered on the back. That one, Travelers, as well as their self-titled album, also numbered on the back. And then, just wait, there's some more goodies that I got from Silver Platters in the rare forbidden section, like Harry Potter. Three more. There's two more rare ones, and these two I'm probably the most excited about. Everclear original on green with the 7-inch. If you look this up on Discogs, a lot of them don't include that 7-inch, that pesky 7-inch. It just gets lost in the sauce, mixed up, and often isn't included. So that's there, and it's really clean. It's VG Plus as well. There's no scratches or anything on that beautiful green vinyl. So that is really cool. This is gonna be hard for me to let go of. It might be staying with me. We'll see. I love Everclear. Fantastic 90s band, and if you know me, you know I like my 90s alternative. So 1995, this came out with the 7-inch. Another awesome one, if you're a Rush fan, this is a Rush promo, not for sale, kind of a sampler. Everything you listeners ever wanted to hear by Rush, but you were afraid to play. Fly By Night, Making Memories, Bastille Day, Something for Nothing, Lakeside Park, Anthem, Overture / Temples of the Sphinx, The Twilight Zone, Best I Can, Bachu's Plateau, I probably butchered that name, and In the End. But really cool. Obviously a special promo pressing. You can see there on the label it says promotion copy, not for sale. Okay, and that is it for silver platters. Those didn't have the price tags on them, but I spent close to triple digits on all of those records. There's a lot of really rare records in there. Typically when I'm going to record stores, I'm looking for things that are either top copies, like really, really clean with the hype sticker, BG plus, merch sheet, all that kind of stuff, promos, or records that are just really in demand that you don't see a lot of, like the Everclear, for example. There are a few on Discogs, but there are like none with the 7-inch. So to find it with the 7-inch is really cool. The Rush, I think there was only one, or maybe not even one listed on Discogs, but I'm picky and choosy. I'm not pulling everything off the wall because they're wall records, they're expensive. It's gotta be something that's interesting to bring to people that they might not see. And it's fun. I like digging records. I'm just like you guys, so it gives me an excuse to go dig for records. And I feel like I'm supporting local stores, as I like brick and mortar stores too, so I try to do that. And again, I just wanted to say that so you guys didn't think I just spent over $1,000 today and I'm keeping it all for myself, because that's really unobtainable for most people. So no, I'm not spending that much on records for myself. Most of these are going to go in the store and just create a more curated, interesting selection for my shoppers. Okay, so now let's get to the other store. The first one that we visited with Soto. He was amazing. I really, really enjoyed talking to him and meeting him, and I hope to go back there and spend more time with him in his store. First up, he talked about it earlier, and I showed that part, but picked up a sleep record from him. You can see the price that I paid on that one. Really awesome story that he got all of kind of the back stock of a lot of the limited pressings by Sleep, because one of the band members from Portland drove up and dropped it off with him, so that's really cool. So got that. Got a Music on Vinyl, Suicidal Tendencies, Queensryche. People are always asking me for Queensryche. They're a local band, so I always try to keep that in stock, and it's on the Capitol Vault edition. Cowboy Junkies, In the Shrink. This one, I don't know Secret Boy. It's emo. I like emo, so this one's for me. I'm gonna test it out and see if I like it, and if I like it, I'm gonna keep it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna sell it. So that's that one. Who doesn't like this album? Gorillaz, and this is an original press from 2001. Sometimes I buy stuff just because the cover. This is one of those examples. Cover is sick on this one. Absolutely sick. I think we can all agree metal has the best cover art of any genre by far, metal and punk. Look, he's got the record turntable right there, like so awesome. Like he's literally, radiation is coming off of him from looking at his own cover. So I'm gonna check this out. Again, it's a sight unseen. It's a blind date with the record. I've given an update, I guess, if I like it. If I don't like it or it's not for me, I will pass it along. So that's that one. One of my favorite horror movies is Psycho. This is Psycho 2 soundtrack. Had to pick that up. There's Norman standing up there by the house. These two are there's 4 left from Apollo, and these ones are the big boys, the wall records that I was excited to get. I might keep the next one. I kind of regret selling. I had one copy from the Denver Chris Stiltner collection, sold it and kind of regret it. That is The Cure, Blood Flowers, In the Shrink, top copy, only pressing of this. I love The Cure. Probably gonna keep this one. We'll see. I might have to pull some stuff from my own collection to sell to keep this one because it's expensive, but excited to have that again and have the option to keep it. This one, now I'll bring up a controversial topic in the record world, grading vinyl. How do we feel about it? This is a sealed Ride the Lightning. It's pretty nice. I mean, there's a little corner ding right there, but overall it's in pretty nice shape. I'm considering considering grading it. I don't know. I know a lot of people hate that term in the vinyl community, but for something like this, and this is an original First Press Megaforce, for something like this, who's gonna open this? There's so many reissues of this album that can be played. This probably shouldn't be opened. In my opinion, it's a piece of history at this point. So I might sell it. I might keep it as it is. If I keep it, I'm probably gonna grade it so that I don't somehow damage it, but pretty cool to get this. And Soto was like, if nobody buys this in the next couple of weeks, I'm just gonna keep it. So I pried it away from him. And then two more, also Metallica related. I'm gonna put that there safely. We have Ride the Lightning box set. I'm not even gonna try to take it apart right now, but all the goodies in there. And its brother, its older brother, Kill 'Em All. Picked this up. I couldn't resist this from the Funko store. The Funko store wasn't really on the agenda today, but it was literally around the corner from apolloexos, so I felt like, why not? Because they weren't open, so I hopped in there, and then I saw this Uncle Buck with the drill when he's interrogating Twig. His name's Twig, right? Twig, Bug. What's your last name? Spray? Is it Buck? Crap, now I can't remember. Now I don't seem like I'm a fan of the movie at all. But I don't have a big Funko Pop collection. I think I have like 3 Funko Pops, and I want to keep it that way. But this one, I was like, I can't resist. I didn't go in there planning to buy anything, but this was calling my name. So he lives with me now. If you guys want a chance to buy any of these records, sign up for Whatnot. Link in the description below will get you $15 off your first purchase from me. Follow me on Instagram under Eskino's Vinyl. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this little Thursday vinyl venture. Take care, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Well, that's what I got today. I'm sitting in the back of a trunk. My foot is asleep. Oh my god, it feels like literally sand. I can't even move it. I'm gonna be sitting in the back of the car now for a couple minutes until I can walk.